Here it is, Season 2. ReBoot is back in full glory. We've met the characters, we know how things are in mainframe. Now, let's see where this new season will take us. It looks like things are going well for our heroes, as mainframe is receiving an upgrade that will hopefully improve their lives. But as we shall see, appearances can be deceiving.
Well, you better hurry. The upgrade is already here.
And so am I. Perfect timing, as usual.
The file has arrived somewhat earlier than I had expected.
That's it? That's the upgrade?
Infected was written by Martin Boricki, with story by Gavin Blair, Phil Mitchell, Ian Pearson, and Lane Richert. The main cast includes Michael Benier as Bob, Kathleen Barr as Dot, Matthew Sinclair as Enzo, Tony J as Megabyte, Michael Donovan as Fawn and Cecil, and Shirley Milner as Hexadecimal. This little metal canister underwhelms Bob, but Dot and Fawn, the only other two present, acknowledge that this isn't the supercomputer, and they take what they can get. Dot fantasizes about all the things it might be to help her run her business, and Fawn suggests that just maybe it's something to help them against viral threats. Dot nods, but looks disappointed, which Bob ribs her for. This very natural and playful banter can mean only one thing. Something awful is going to happen. But first, we get to see some of Mainframe's operations at work, as Fawn announces, citywide, the main power will be shutting down. The three then descend on a platform into the heart of the principal office, and armor panels cover the building, as well as an energy shield, so nothing can get in while the upgrade is being installed. So they're very well protected from outside invaders. But what if, and stay with me here, what if something bad is in the canister?
Megabyte!
Hello, Dot. What an unexpected surprise.
Put him down!
Please, Miss Matrix, I'm rather busy. I'm afraid right now I have to enter the core.
Afraid not!
Bob practically kicks himself for not seeing this coming, and Megabyte taunts him about the oversight. I mean, fair enough. Maybe they should have scanned the container before they brought it to the heart of mainframe? We see Megabyte's incredible strength and power here on display. Not only does he catch the lid that Bob throws at him, but he retaliates by tossing the canister effortlessly towards him. Bob is knocked off the platform and slides down the side, but manages to grab onto a ledge further down. Meanwhile, Fawn has been badly hurt, and Dot stands by, knowing she is powerless to match Megabyte's brute strength. This is awesome. What a scene they have set here. This is how you write a threatening villain. Megabyte picks up a very weak and injured Fawn, who states, with what strength he has left, that he cannot be infected. Interesting. We learn yet another fact about the enigmatic Fawn. Megabyte acknowledges, but simply copies his read-only memory in order to gain the codes for controlling the mainframe core. Ah, here's the core again.
Megabyte in the core? I don't think so.
The core control chamber. It's even more magnificent than I had imagined.
I gotta do something to warn them outside.
And here, finally, better late than never, we learn what the core is and why it is so important. It's the central control room of mainframe, where one can manipulate all the systems that control the city and its functionalities. Okay, I'm not dumb, and I assumed that was the case, but the last time we were here, it was just a big whitewashed hot room, My suspicion is that the writers hadn't quite decided what the core was themselves and have just now filled in these details. And that's okay. Megabyte brings up a few vid windows showing him mainframe as he revels in his soon-to-be victory. But Megabyte has one thing yet to deal with. Bob, of course, who zips in on a line to kick Megabyte over. The virus, not injured in any way, goes after him, and there is serious tension here as Megabyte doesn't hide behind any lackeys and simply brings his might to bear. Bob knows he'll be ripped to shreds if Megabyte gets him, and he constantly uses Glitch to evade him and do what damage he can, until something very bad happens. Glitch runs out of battery. Uh-oh. Bob has no choice but to leave.
Oh no!
Dear child, leave me.
I can't.
You must to save yourself and mainframe. I order you. Zip, zip, zoom.
So Fawn summons some sort of teleportal and the two exit the core. Bob is upset that they had to leave Fawn, but mentions they aren't going to be able to defeat Megabyte if Bob can't recharge Glitch. I should also mention that, in an earlier scene, Dot sent an encrypted message to the police binomes outside. The police captain, or whatever, contacts Enzo at the diner and asks if Dot had contacted him. When Enzo replies no, the officer explains that they got some sort of distress signal, but since they can't get in with the energy shield up, all they can do is wait around and see what happens. Well, that's not great. Meanwhile, Megabyte goes to work.
Right now, I have a city to destroy. Command Com, initiate program. Erase.
CPU! I don't like the smell of this.
So his whole scheme here is that he's going to erase mainframe as it stands now and rebuild it in his image. Apparently, those in the principal office are immune to such drastic programs because Megabyte, Fawn, Bob, and Dot are unaffected. Enzo and the rest of mainframe aren't as lucky and start to be eaten away as time passes. Buildings collapse, the sky darkens, and denizens of mainframe become ghostly and pale as they are slowly erased. A terrible fate, to be sure. Meanwhile, our viral villain decides to toy with Bob and Dot as they make their way to a recharge station, and he unleashes a bunch of pucks, like the ones Fawn uses to play Pawn, except these ones are filled with explosives. Uh-oh. The two become trapped, but Bob quickly drains some of the battery from Dot's organizer into Glitch, so he can activate it and bail them out of the way. Back in the core, we see Megabyte gets a visitor.
Megabyte. What a delightful mess you're making.
Thank you, Hex. I thought you'd enjoy it.
Now you wouldn't be intending to erase me, would you?
Oh, come now. Would that be any way to treat family?
Now let's discuss the deal, shall we?
Family, eh? What an interesting development. I wonder if we shall learn more about that at some point. Anyways, as the next scene fades in, we see mainframe slowly crumble as Megabyte's erase command continues to take hold. And those we see held up in the diner, presumably representative of what everyone else is going through, continue to fade away. Quite literally, as only the diner's energy shakes keep them up and running. Meanwhile, Bob and Dot have split up. Dot makes her way into the armory and finds something quite impressive, which we will see soon enough. And Bob has made it to the read-only room, which we saw in episode 8, to find a recharge station. While there, he gets a visitor.
Fawn! Is that you?
You have what you need. Now use his greed.
What?
Use his greed. His greed.
Fawn!
Digits off, old sprite. This is my domain now. Though I must say, you sprites certainly fight bravely. right to the bitter-sweet end.
I've never seen Bob truly angry before, and it was pretty scary. Tossing Fawn aside once again, Megabyte summons a vid window into Dot's diner and taunts Enzo and the others as the destruction draws near. However, he is interrupted as Dot returns with an exoskeleton suit. This gives her the fighting chance she needs against Megabyte's supernatural might. But will it be enough? Not quite. It was a really cool visual, though. Before Megabyte can do any serious damage to Dot, Bob reappears, glitch now fully charged, and engages Megabyte as well. Dot, using the suit, grabs the virus and tells Bob to reverse the program. Before he can, however, Megabyte infects the exoskeleton suit and takes control of it. He lets himself free and grabs Bob, threatening to kill him unless he's given what he truly wants, a portal to the supercomputer. He just is never satisfied, is he? This is clearly the greed Fawn was referring to. Bob complies, and in the next scene, we see a large metallic chamber emerge in the center of the control room, with a portal in the center. Megabyte goes starry-eyed and decides to head through and get a glimpse of his future inheritance. Then, Bob sprints his trap.
You can't be serious, Bob. Lock me in a portal room?
Not exactly. This is where the principal office breaks down viruses.
As the threat of erasure dawns on Megabyte, he activates a self-destruct function. Bob ejects the chamber out of the principal office, and the pod lands, somewhat conveniently for Megabyte, near Silicon Tor. He turns off his self-destruct, and as he emerges out of the wreckage, the real upgrade arrives. Fawn gets back to his feet, and with the erasure program cancelled, our heroes stand triumphant. Well, that was awesome. That's how you kick off a season. We see the same great tone, atmosphere, and cleverness that we've come to expect from this show. And it takes the next natural step in maturity from Identity Crisis. Megabyte gets terrifyingly close to winning. He only loses, once again, thanks to some clever and quick thinking. This show does such a great job making the villains serious and terrible threats. Every victory is well earned. That's so important. We learned more lore about Mainframe and its residents, and we went on a gripping thrill ride of uncertain outcome. The only other thing I'll say is, somehow, Season 2 gets much better than this at points. If you haven't seen this, hurry up and watch it. It gets 3 fedoras from me.